Welcome back on this our AWS console home. However, based on our topic discussion for today, practical exercise on how to create a IAM user, we have to navigate to our left hand side and click on the search button at the top. By the time we click on the top on the search button, type IAM. A pop-up will come up as you can see on your screen. Take your cursor down there, right click on it, and take your cursor to the open link in a new tab. Click on the open link in a new tab. And immediately do that, a link will pop up on your screen like this, which you are seeing on my screen right now. This is the dashboard of IAM, as you can see. So we scroll again to the left corner of our on our screen. We go to the user, click on the user. By the time we click on the user, another page will open called create a user itself. As you can see on our screen, I've created one user already called Oladebo because we are using to use 3 users here on this particular project. So I will show you on how to create remaining 2 added with this one that we are looking at as Oladebo, making 3. So scroll to the right hand side of your angle and click on create user. When you create user, you can see specify user details. So let's give our second user name as in, let's say Abel as our second username. Then we want Abel to access to this console, this particular user. We click on this spot. Then we take our cursor down to I want to create a user. You click on it as well. Then you scroll down and create a password, custom password. Click on the custom password and click a password for Abel. Let's say please remember the password that you use so that there will not be mistake when you are creating the password. And immediately we create this password, we want immediately that Abel uses password to log in on this console. I will generate another one. Let's click on this and go to next. Then we scroll down and click on next user. As you can see, this is the login details for Abel. So right now we're able to download our CSV to get the login details, or we email it to Abel and click on this. So let's download it, or let's download it on CSV file. Let's download. Automatically you can see it has been downloaded on our system, the login details for Abel. So right now let's return back to the third user and click on this one. As you can see on the dashboard, you can see Abel has been created. So let's create another user, the third user. Then this particular user, we name him as Mary. Let's give him Mary. Then we want Mary to be able to access this particular console. We click on this place. Then we create an item. We want him to have a user. So we create on this way as well too. As you can see. Then as we did for Abel, we have to do the same for Mary as well. So let's give Abel a custom password. Then we want merely a login in this console. You should be able to generate another password for herself. So let's click here and go to the next. So let's click on next again. So and create let's review this and let's create a user. As you can see, it's rotating. Fine, it has been created and the login details have been given to us for Mary. So right now we can also send a email or login to Mary, or we download it in our CSV file. So let's download it in our CSV file and see. So you can see Mary and Abel has been downloaded on our laptop. So let's return to user list. So right now we've created Abel and Mary. As you can see, it's rolling. User created successful. So right now, let's look at what the document says. However, the best practice Amazon recommend as a IAM user, you should never work on a root account. The root account is automatically created when you create your AWS account with full access for everything, including your billing system. It is good when you are using it as a beginner for learning things, but when compromise is a problem. So therefore, it's good to log in your root account and then create an IAM user to do your daily task job. Meanwhile, don't forget to create your own third user, as I've done earlier on. I've done mine, which is Oladebo. So use the format that we used to create Mary and Abel to create your third user. So right now, let's go to our left hand side and navigate to users group. Let's click on that. It's here. Click on this. That is our user groups is open. So let's click on create a group. As you can see, let's name our group that we create. User group name. Let's give him as DevOps. DevOps. And scroll down and give Abel as our DevOps username. Let's give Abel. Then let's scroll down and create a group user. As I can see, it's rolling, creating groups. So let's exercise some patience. DevOps user group created. So now let's create another group. Let's go to group again. Click on group, create group. And let's call this one Fin. Fin. Fin group. Then let's click Mary. Let's just say finance, finance, finance. Let's click finance. They just put it that way. And click on Mary and scroll down and create user group. I can see it's rolling as we said. So let's allow it to finish creating the groups. See, finance user group created. Good. Now, however, I know by now you must have created your third user. Fine. So when you create your third user, then go back to your user group and create group. When you create group, add the particular third person as an admin. Just do the same thing you did. The way we do for finance and develop, just do it for the third person. Or I will suggest you use your name to create the third user so that you will be able to understand better. Meanwhile, if you find this good so far, please don't forget to click like button or thumbs up so that others too can benefit. However, that will lead us to policy. So what is policy? A policy is who can do anything and when it can do it. However, policy allow IAM user to rotate their own credentials programmatically in their console, that is permission, e.g. like JSON format, or by allowing Lambda's function to access the NormalDB table. Such statements as effect, action, resource name, and condition. So let's go back to our root AWS account and go back to our IAM console. This is our IAM console. You click on this place again. As you can see, it's rolling. Let's allow it to open. So let us navigate to the left hand side and choose policy. It's loading as you can see. Yeah. So the simplest policy is administrator access. With this access, you can do anything. That is, you have full access. So let's open it up. Let's allow it to finish rolling. You can see it's rolling. You can see this is administrative access. Let's allow it to finish rolling. You can see provide full access AWS services. So let's click on it and see what is there, what is inside. It's rolling. Let's allow it to finish rolling and so that I can see what is there. I can see this is a full access. Then this is the JSON format. Click on JSON format. As you can see, this is the version for the JSON format. So let's go back and see others too. Like let's see like S3. Let's see S3. S3. Search button. You can see S3 bucket. Full S3. You can see. This is the S3. This is the S3 full site access. You can see provide full access to all buckets. You can see. However, now comes to attach policy to users or group. Meanwhile, it is better to apply policy as a group than to apply as one per user. That allows us to navigate onto our left hand side and go to users group. Let's click on users group. Click on this and let's start from finance. As you can see, we have admin, DevOps, and finance. So let's click on finance. On finance group, as you can see, we have Mary down here. So let's click on permission and go to the right hand side and click to attach policy. So let's go to search button and type S3 because we are giving S3 to finance, which happen to be Mary, full access. So let's look for S3 full access for Mary. S3 bucket full access. As you can see, we give Mary S3 full access. So we give Mary in the finance group S3 full access. So let's go back to users group and click on DevOps groups. So what comprise DevOps groups? We have Abel. As you can see, it's Abel that was in DevOps groups. So let's go to permission. Then move right hand side. We click on add permission and attach policy. So for DevOps groups, which is Abel. So let's give him full access for S3. Let's put S3 full access. As you can see, we click on S3 here. Then let's give him again DynamoDB full access. DynamoDB. As you can see, DynamoDB full access. You click on this one again. Then we now give him as well Lambda full access. Lambda full access. Lambda, here's Lambda full access. As you can see, making 3. As you can see, other permission policy 3 out of 1056. So we now scroll down and attach policies. So it's rolling. Let's align to finish rolling to see. Good. Policy attached to this group. As you can see, these are the policy we attach. So that's it for these DevOps groups. So let's go back to our users group. Let's click on it. However, for the admin group, I've already had a policy which has been attached, which you can check on permission. So let's click on admin and see the policy that has been attached. This is users on the group. It's allowable. And this is the permission administrator access, as you can see. Meanwhile, as I've already said earlier on that I've created a user as allowable and a group user as admin, in which you have administrator full access attached policy to admin group. So therefore, you will need to create a group as an admin group and add the username you created. I told you to create to the group admin and attach the administrator full access as shown to you during this project. Now lead us to attach rule to policy by going on our left hand side and navigate to rules. Click on rules, then click on create rules, and go to use case and let us pick Ec2. We will scroll down and go to next. Then let's attach a policy, e.g. like CloudWatch logs full access. Let's type it. Let's say CloudWatch full access. Let's rule there. CloudWatch full access. As you can see, CloudWatch full access. You click on this. Let's go for S3 readable access alone. S3 read access only. S3 read access only. Let's search this S3 read access only. Let's click on this. Then we go to next. Good. Let's give the role name like e.g. like E what? E audit service rule. E audit service rule. E audit service rule. E audit service rule. Then by the time we do, then we say create the rule. You can see rule edit service created is rolling. Good. However, if we start Ec2 instance right now, we can take up the role which allow application to read from S3 and give full access to CloudWatch logs without credentials when application is running. So when we log in now as Mary into this IAM user, so when we type lambda to search, maybe we have access to it, but we can see that access was denied. So this comes to an end of our practical exercise on how to create an IAM user. Thank you. However,